The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Welcome. Here we are at the Fort Wayne Library in one of the studios today. You may recognize me from my show called Jerry Street Magic, but we have a very special guest with us today. Shemuel, and Shemuel actually had his own show just a few years ago, so you may recognize Shemuel also. But Shemuel has some very important messages in his songs and in his poetry that might really touch you. Shemuel, tell us, how did you come about, well, how long have you been in Fort Wayne first?
Thank you. I've been with Indiana University for 15 years as administrator and faculty staff at IU.
Okay.
And so I've known a lot of the colleagues and businesses around this area for quite a few years. And it's been a pleasure to associate with the diversity of this segment of the world.
Wow.
Here in Fort Wayne.
How many books have you written?
That's a very good question because they seem like they don't have a finite number to them because most of the material is beyond. It's always being generated. And so some of the material is maybe a few chapters. Other books, maybe something like the Euler Guide would be somewhere around several hundred pages. This word Euler means ascension, and so it pertains to making the daily ascension with the moon, as the moon comes up every night. And so that gravity force is bringing us with it and entering into the illumination, the phases of the different moon every day, a certain segment of light. Wow. And then in the morning also you have the awakening by the sun. And we see the sun rise and entering into that dialogue with the universe. Then another book I've written called The Leaves of Dan is about 500 some pages.
Wow.
In a volume.
How can people home, do you have a phone number or a website how they can get a hold of you?
There's a website, a couple of different websites. One of them is called the academia.edu. It's a series of faculty members who share different publications freely. And the other site is called bethhashem.org. It's B-E-T and H-A-S-H-E-M.org.
Okay.
There's almost all the materials, a lot of music, songs, poetry, artwork.
Shemuel, do you have a phone number?
I do have a phone number, yes. It's 260-258-4828.
Great, great. And will you be doing any songs today or poems?
I have a few songs to sing. I could read them or play my guitar and put some cadence to it. If that would work out.
I would really like to hear you play guitar and put cadence to
All
it.
right, we can do that.
Give it more feeling.
Yep.
Okay, here we are. Go ahead if you'd like.
Yeah, thank you. So one of the first books that came forth was called The Alphabet, Story of the Alphabet. While we have the letter A first, B second, and so on. Originally it was A to Z, 7 characters. And then through the different adaptations of the alphabet characters, through the Greek and then through the Latin language and now through English, and it's still expanded with the parameters of A to Z. A to Z. So how did you learn the alphabet?
in school by memory.
By memory.
A, B, C, and actually using rhythm while I was learning it.
Song.
And sometimes the police really try to mess you up. They say, "We're going to see if you're drunk, so do the alphabet backwards." That would be confusing. Even while I'm
Interesting.
sober, I have a hard time with that.
So are you acquainted with the style of the letters, like how the letters were shaped
No.
and?
I never. I know that they have different shapes, so they're recognizable. But how did the shapes come about?
So that's a very good question. So when you analyze the different artwork or drawings, and every person is an artist, particularly everyone has a unique handwriting. So these different shapes come from the different energies within us.
Really? Wow.
And one of the ancient symbols that's never changed is the letter O, the round O, which means the eye, the full eye.
Okay.
So we have the symbol of the hand, symbol of the leg, the foot, the tongue, the gate of entering into mother, and the water, symbol of the water, which is the letter M. You can see the waves,
Oh yeah.
perhaps, of the letter M. So that's one of the songs I've got called We Are All From the Ocean, because we evolve through the waters.
I would like to hear that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. We are all from the ocean, bodies of salt water. We are breaths from the sea. We are from the ocean, bodies of salt water. We are breaths from the sea. There are bright lights within the waters of the planet, seeking to arise and shine. There are bright lights within the waters of the planet, seeking to arise and shine. They arise with might and glory, bursting forth from their veils. 70 names are in your eye that reveal the true nature of your light. They arise in might and glory, bursting forth from their veils. 70 names are in your eye that reveal the true nature of your life. Like a deep bubbling fountain springing forth from the earth, your name of I arise in their time. Like a deep bubbling fountain springing forth from the earth, your names of I arise in their time. As your name is touched by the hand of wisdom, Hakama embraces you, drawing you into the fire to bring forth the 70 of your name to arise through your waters. As your name is touched by the hand of wisdom, you embrace Hakama and enter into her fire. You come to the unity of 70 names in her kingdom. from the sea. We're all from the ocean, bodies of salt water. We are breaths from the sea.
Very good. I really enjoyed that. You said an awful lot in the song. What I was wondering is, I know like you say, we came from the ocean. That's what we believe. But what other things in the song was you explaining?
So I was explaining about the essence of the light within us being comprised of 70 names. And this letter 70 is the letter O, or the I. It is a circling of all the energy within us in a congruent fashion. So it depicts the light of the moon, the full radiance that's seeking to come out from within us.
Wow.
But how does it come out?
Yeah, how does it?
So the reason that we have that other verse is that it's called Hakama, or the word from wisdom, representing the sun. And so when the activity of the hand of the sun strikes us, it begins to draw it out from within us. It's like a seed. All the attributes are there within it, lying within the soil, watered by mother. And then as the sun strikes it, it comes forth. And as we agree with the sun, as we agree with the wisdom, then it causes us to facilitate, to break forth from within these veils, these skins, for the light within us to shine forth.
What a message! I thank you so much. That really, it really makes you think a lot. I really appreciate that. You do poems too, besides, I guess this is like a song, or
Song.
what's in some of your books?
So within the books is this information of making the journey with the sun and moon, which are the primary rulers within all of us. And so it has illustrations of what's called the 12 baskets of soul.
Can you explain them?
So we have the basket of the eyes, for example, the basket of the ears, all of these different formularies of sound that become depicted as baskets within us. And various parables, various lessons, various teachings, various scriptures all show this parable aspects of what is within us.
I know the five senses, but what would be the other seven baskets?
The other seven baskets. So
you probably mentioned each one of the senses,
yeah.
but then
So we have what's called the basket of discernment, or the liver that regulates the body.
okay,
Then we have the endocrine system. Then we have what's called the serpent, or the GI tract itself. So many, many parables and stories are written about the serpent. A lot of people have negative aspects to it, but most of the aspects are positive in nature.
okay,
That is, the serpent runs from the mouth to the anus.
okay,
It's coiled up within us
yes,
as the intestines.
like a snake. Yeah.
But it also is the vine. So when you have the reference that I am the vine, it shows that all of your other parts are hanging upon this serpent.
Yes, that's the nourishment of everything.
Very well.
Yeah.
So then we have the three baskets in the south. We have the eyes, the ears, and the speech mechanisms. We have three in the west, reproduction systems. So we have the pineal, the penis. We have the gonads, testicles, and the ovaries. And then the egg and seed, the gamete itself in the west,
Okay.
the regeneration. Then we have three baskets in the north called the lungs, and the stomach, and the heart.
Sounds like this is very old beliefs. How old is this?
It's as old as, yeah, so we don't really have a chronological date to attach to it, but the information has been found over 10,000 years, which is relatively a small, recent time for our planet. About 10,000 years of documentation, that is fragments that they found on sherds and potteries and other information like that. Not complete, but fragments
Yeah.
of the symbols, the 22 symbols and words formations that are there with us.
You said something about even as close by as like Toledo and things they found.
They have
some of
found
these?
they found ancient scripts, the ancient Paleo, Hebrew, Phoenician characters, Old Arabic, and Samaritan characters in various places, and particularly with the American Indians. American Indians have a lot of words that actually come from these ancient language and sounds that they sing. Well, like with the ah, it's a very similar to, that carries a lot of Native American songs also.
Right. Could you sing us another song?
I've got one called Beyond is Within.
Boy, that sounds interesting. I'd like to hear that one.
Because we often wonder, like, what's coming next?
Uh-huh.
And not only death, but what's going to come out of a decision or what's coming out of this show.
Yeah, right. You never know what spark happens.
Right.
Yeah.
If there is no beyond, why do trees let go of their seeds? Why do trees send their seeds to the wind? To the howling winds? To the howling winds? To the peaceful winds? Peaceful winds. There's a trust of breath to breath that goes beyond. Goes beyond. Why do turtles lay their eggs in the sand, seemingly as there is no care for tomorrow? Why does the caterpillar make a cocoon to lay its head in a tube? All of these transitions of beyond are by trust, divine trust. All of these transitions of beyond are by trust, divine trust. In knowing what becomes of all given, there's a knowing of beyond. Why give all to the light? Why plunge in deep sleep at night? In waters of mother without a doubt that you will rise, that you will rise. In the sea of mother you come without a doubt that you will rise. Why see ahead if beyond is beyond reach? So tie your shoes, off to school, put your heart in your hand, enter into dreamlands, answer your mirrors and say, my friend, beyond is within. Answer your mirrors and say, my friend, beyond is within. What isn't here that is not hell, all consumable, forever burning? The path beyond knows no such place. Its crystal stones are impeccable taste. Set your sights as you like to dwell, in company of those who can tell stories of beyond, of places your light is set to dwell. Set your sights as you like to dwell, in company of those who can tell stories of beyond, of places your light is set to dwell. The magnitude of stars reaches far, cosmic explosions, they go beyond to become garments of our coloration, there to abide for a season. They cannot delay their words that speak peace in ears that hear their mysteries. The magnitude of stars reaches far. Cosmic explosions, they go beyond to become garments of our colorations. There they abide for a season that cannot delay. Their words that speak peace in ears that hear mysteries of another say. Beyond is within. Beyond is within.
Very, very thoughtful there. Do you ever let go to different groups and things to actually put your message out? Say if somebody got a hold of you and said, we'd like to have you come in our women's group or something like that. Did you ever do those type of things?
Absolutely. I've been on the Speakers Bureau of Indiana University, which I spoke to a lot of civic groups and also churches, different institutions,
Good.
Kiwanis clubs, just a lot of variety.
Yeah.
Been invited to a lot of different places. Always have a good time interfacing, sharing some songs, sharing some ideas that are common to all of us, which are not segmented. You know, without the fever of a separate group.
Right.
So a lot of groups have their own fever.
Yes, exactly.
And then
Beliefs.
kind to segment who we are, where these messages are share the commonality of the light, the illumination, the structure of our body. Just like the stardust, when the stardust has broken apart and cosmic explosions, we understand that all of our bodies are stardust. So we have these debates about races and different colors of skin, but all of this is now segmented away from the reality that we're just stardust. So my skin is Middle East, Persian. It's very close to someone that might consider themselves African American, or we say the brown, the yellow, the black, but actually it's all stardust. It's all red. It's all holding the fire, the same blood that's within all of us. And so it's a message of peace and of breaking down divisions and speculations and interferences
We all-
that.
Yeah, we all came from the same seed.
There we go.
Right.
The same
Yeah.
seed. I like that. And that seed, just diversifies itself with many colors and many fragrances and shapes.
You're spreading your message that you're sharing it down in Naples, Florida. I guess you're going.
I will be, yes.
Yeah, for a few months, but you're planning on coming back in the spring, maybe, huh?
Pretty much open right now.
Good, good. So, tell us your phone number again if somebody in the spring or something would like to get a hold of you.
Yeah,
to
so
have
it's
to
an area
speak.
code 260 and then 258-4828.
Great. I really enjoy your songs, and they were written as poems to start with, and then you added the music, or how'd that go?
A lot of times the song, the words and the melody come together. In most cases, so some of these songs have been coming at night. When I will hear the music and also see the words, hear the words at the same time with it.
Great.
So
For how long have you been doing this?
yes, so the songs have been coming for probably over 30 years.
Okay.
So there's quite a collection of them, and some interest recently from someone in South Africa has now devoted their energy to make these songs public, more so than just our website. So they're open, they're free.
Your books that are published, how can people get a hold of those?
They can download them free from the internet as PDF files,
Okay.
or they could order a printed copy of it. Current book I'm working on right now, or just finished, called the Blue Book. Blue from the word chocolate, is something that is now being printed and will be available as a hard copy, or it can be downloaded from the internet.
What's the Blue Book about?
The Blue Book is actually different ideas of the concept of enduring nature of light itself. So you have the prisms, or the rainbow, the 7 colors. So what's the central color?
Black? Yeah, all colors? Or
All colors would make black.
I
So
know,
that was a safe answer.
That's a safe answer. Yeah, but I'd say blue,
Blue is right next to center.
purple.
So purple is right on the edge. So getting close to the vibration right here in front of us.
Okay, green, huh?
Green.
Green.
Green is a central color. It is the color of vitality. And then there are 3 colors to the left and 3 colors to the right. And blue is just directly left.
That makes so much sense in nature. Green is the prominent color. Yeah.
Green is, and then the sky conveys the endurance, the mutual support, ongoing nature of giving to us, the ageless space of days.
Do colors actually give you feelings?
Absolutely.
For instance, like if you paint your living room a certain color.
Oh.
Yeah, how does that
even
play in your life?
even sports groups have done like a locker room, and we do red because it's just infuriating the energy within the guys
Yeah.
before they go on the field. So there's a lot of studies on color, and sometimes the colors people choose, like for their room, might end in a divorce. So you have to be careful.
Right.
Actually, what colors you're thinking about to wear or to decor with. But they're very healing also. So there's what's called color light therapy. I have a system from Switzerland called Color Q-Light.
Okay.
And the different colors coordinate health and vitality within us. The way that this color is used is shine into the eyes, the optic nerve system, which then goes through the entire body and then into the navel. And then that promotes healing. So sports injuries uses the color red, or people who have acne uses the color blue. People have depression, uses the color yellow. So these different, you're right on target, Jerry, in asking that question. It's very profound, and everything is made of these color strands.
And color is every color but what you see. It absorbs all the colors except the one that reflects. That's what I learned in science.
Yeah.
So the blue absorbs everything but the blue, and it reflects it. And then we see the blue, right? That's how I learned about colors.
Yeah.
But besides color, how about language? When we're speaking to different people, how can that determine the mood of other people we're talking to? You probably deal with that, don't you?
Very much so. So the tonation of the voice is critical. And then many people rely upon body gesture or facial expression to actually interpret like what somebody is saying.
I spent some time in Sicily, like 9 months, and when they say like sweet, sucro, and they always use gestures with all the words that they say. Where here in America, we don't do that as much.
Yeah. So the idea that I think you're tapping into also is that everything appears is by sound.
Yeah. Do you have one more, and you have quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to pick out for one more song yet?
One more song. Let's take a look at here. We might have. We got one just came recently called "The Greeters of the Queen."
Okay.
So this is a song that came in the night, and I seen the words and
How
I seen,
recent? Just
within the last month.
Wow. Okay, this is very
Yeah.
recent. Okay. Do you actually have a tune with it already?
Yes,
Wow.
the melody was there in the night. In fact, I was singing it over and over while I was sleeping, and the words were there. And so I woke up and I thought, oh, I'll got this one right down. I thought I'd been down pat, and I could recall the words. I couldn't recall the melody.
Okay.
Oh no! But it came back to me.
Well, good.
So
Thanks for. I'd love to hear it.
yeah. So
So recent
it's called
too.
the Greeters of the Queen.
Okay.
So this is a song about taking your flight in the evening. And where's the sun at when you take your flight? The sun is at your back. When you take your flight in the evening, the sun is at your back. Moon shines in your faces in the morning flight. The red glow of the altar's fire fills your faces, putting on your wings. The pillar of fire by night becomes the cloud of the day. The moon remains on your shoulders, reminding you of the word to step in the light of the day. When you take your flight in the evening, the sun is at your back, moon shines in your face. In the morning flight, the red glow of the altar's fire fills your faces, putting on your wings. The pillar of fire by night becomes the cloud of the day. The moon remains on your shoulders, reminding you of the words, step in the light of the day. Every day as you step into your garments, woven in the Queen's wardrobe of vestures, there are those in the path you meet on the left and right to greet and admonish you in your obligation to fulfill the put in your hand with a vow to serve in the Beit Mikdash, house of jewels, every day. As you step in the Derek, the light of the faces blesses and keeps your way. Every day as you step into your pathway, the light of the faces blesses and keeps your way.
And that's real recent. Wow.
That's a song of encouragement. That
It is.
So we're at the Y and we meet each other, those on our left and right, sharing the locker rooms. It's there for a purpose to encourage each other in the assignments, the unique place that we have in the light.
May I ask you a question? The question is, sometimes in life we paint ourselves into a corner to the point where we think there's no good tomorrow ever again. And people get into such a depression thinking they have no hope. What do you have a message for these type of people?
We have to just look back as far as we can and see different things that we have achieved and what is possible. And this song, Beyond is Within, looking at a caterpillar, may not look like it has much hope, but by eating its leaves and giving what is within it, it generates change. And so the hope really comes from within us, that we can see what is present there to release it and let it evolve into a new day for us.
Right. There's never, ever an end until our life ends, you know? And so we can actually, no matter how bad it gets in our life, as long as we're alive, we can make decisions to make it better.
Thank
right?
you.
Isn't that true?
Yes.
Yeah. So everybody keep faith and keep hope, because
Right.
that's our life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us today. We really appreciate this. And do you have any other messages you want to give to the people at home that you'd like?
Well, thank you, Jerry. It's just been a pleasure sharing a few songs here today and a few ideas, and just all keep together.
Yeah.
All keep together.
And maybe we can see you next spring.
Thank you.
That'd be great. Okay, and anybody wants to get a hold of Shemuel, go ahead and write him or call him, and maybe he'll sing it. You know, come to your group and share some of his ideas with you. Looks like today was very candid, so it could have went any which way today, and it really went well. So I really appreciate.